India has been a land of mysteries since time immemorial. The country has intrigued people around the world for the various eccentricities that are associated with its many religions as well as its diverse culture. While many curious minds have worked hard to debunk and find a logical reason behind certain unusual phenomena, there still remain a few riddles that continue to baffle many rationalists. So here are some of India's most puzzling aspects that are bound to amaze you. In a small village of Lepakshi, in the Anantapur district of Andhra Pradesh, lies the Vedbhadra Temple. Built in the 16th century in Vijayanagara style of architecture, the buildings and corridors of the temple are supported by hundreds of stone pillars. One pillar out of these is particularly interesting as it is not supported from the ground but lays hanging from the ceiling with about 1 to 2 centimeters off the ground. A cloth or paper can be easily passed beneath the pillar, indicating that the pillar is not supported by the ground. But how can a pillar that weighs more than a ton be supported just from the ceiling? The ceiling and the pillar are carved out from different rocks, and the binding materials used back then were not that effective. In the Mysore district of Karnataka lies a town called Talakadu. The most notable aspect upon entering the town is that the whole place is filled with sand, making the town a small form of desert. Sand is present all around the town, and in some places it has collected to form dunes. But what is interesting about this mini desert is the fact that the area where the town is situated is one of the most fertile lands. The Kaveri river flows just a few meters away. Then how did such a huge amount of sand get collected in this town? This still remains a mystery. In Rajasthan, around 25 kilometers from Jaisalmer, lies the ghost town of Guldhara. Once a prosperous village inhabited by Brahmins, it was abandoned around the early 19th century for unknown reasons. All that is left today are 400 to 500 old and broken buildings. But why was the village abandoned and what happened to the population is still unknown. Some suggest that the water supply of the village ran out, while some say the village was affected by an earthquake. But no one has solid evidence of what actually happened. And to this day, it still remains a mystery. Vitilla Temple, located in Hampi, Karnataka, is one of the most famous monuments of India. The main hall of this temple is lined with 56 carved stone beams in all 4 directions. These beams are of different shapes and sizes, and when struck, produce musical sounds. But why these musical sounds are produced still remains unknown. Archaeologists say that the pillars may contain metallic ores, which resonate to produce the particular frequencies of musical notes, but it is widely debated whether architects of the time knew about the properties of the pillar during the construction, or was it merely a coincidence. Bhadishwara Temple is a Hindu temple located in the south bank of Kaveri River in Thanjavur, Tamil Nadu. It is one of the largest South Indian temples and was built by Tamil king Raja Chola I between 1003 and 1010 AD. One of the striking features of this temple is the tower above the sanctum, which is one of the highest in India. On the top of this tower is a single square block of granite that weighs 80 tons, where the mystery lies. No one knows exactly how the single block of 80-ton granite was put on top of this 216-foot tower. Some say that a straight ramp was built and the stone was shifted using ropes pulled by men as well as elephants, while some say that a spiral ramp was used. In any case, lifting such a heavy stone thousands of years ago would not have been an easy task. Roopkund is a small glacial lake just below Trishul Parvat in Uttarakhand. Roopkund is widely known for the hundreds of ancient human skeletons found at the edge of the lake. These skeletons were dated to be 1200 years old, and because of these skeletons, the lake has been called the Skeleton Lake. It is said that the skeletons were the remains of a group of people who were going to Nanda Devi shrine but got stuck in a hailstorm and perished due to injuries from large hailstones. Some disagree with this theory and say that the skeletons belong to different eras and were deposited over an extended period of time. Whatever the case may be, the lake is one of the most disturbing places in India. In the salt marshes of the Rann of Kutch in Gujarat and in the swamps and marshes of West Bengal, there have been reports of strange colorful lights seen from a distance. In Bengal, These lights are called alaya, and in Gujarat, it has been called cheerbatti. Often these lights have been associated with the spirits of fishermen who lost their lives in the marshes. Scientifically, it is generally accepted that these lights are caused by phosphine and methane, which ignite when in contact with oxygen. But this has not been proven in any of these cases, and this still remains a mystery. On 18th December 2012, a very loud explosive sound was heard in Jodhpur, Rajasthan. Panic ensued on the locals about the explosion, and soon people started speculating about the case. When no physical damage was reported, people started speculating that the cause must have been from an aircraft breaking the sound barrier. However, the Indian Air Force denied any aircraft activity that day in the area, making the sound all the more mysterious. To this day, no one knows what the sound was and where it came from. Jetinga village in Dima Hasao district in Assam is home to an unusual phenomena. At the end of the monsoon months, in foggy dark nights, between 6 p.m. and 9:30 p.m., birds of the area suddenly become very disturbed and disoriented and plunge towards the torches and the lights of the cities. While birds have been known to occasionally plunge to their deaths, usually it is the villagers in Jetinga who actually kill them. Believing the birds to be spirits flying from the sky to terrorize them, the villagers use bamboo poles to kill the birds. But why exactly do these birds get disturbed is still a mystery. Nowhere else in the area is this phenomena observed. Only in Jetinga do these birds fall to their deaths. Sri Yaganti Uma Maheshwara Temple is a temple in Kurnool district in the Indian state of Andhra Pradesh. The devotees believe that the Nandi idol in front of the temple is continuously increasing in size. The locals say that the idol was initially much smaller than its present size, and the effect of growth of the idol can be seen affecting the adjacent pillars. It is said that the idol is growing because of the water-absorbing nature of the stone used to make the idol. The water poured by devotees on the idol gets absorbed by the stone, which makes it grow in size. But scientifically, this theory has not been proven yet.